The National on CBC News Network.
Throughout the weekend, we've been telling you about the impact of Wikileaks' release of U.S. diplomatic cables. Well, now we're going to take a closer look at one of the people mentioned, Ahmed Wali Karzai. He's the half-brother of Afghan President Hamid Karzai, and he's been linked to some serious allegations of corruption. For more on this, we're joined by Carl Forsberg. He's a research analyst with the Institute for the Study of War, who was recently in Afghanistan conducting research for U.S. General David Petraeus. And he joins me now from Washington. Carl, can you just start by telling us a little bit more about Ahmed Wali Karzai?
Sure. As you said, Ahmed Wali Karzai is the president's younger half-brother. He has essentially been the president's man in Kandahar since 2002. With U.S. support and Afghan government support, he's made himself the unquestionable power broker in Kandahar. He's involved in almost everything that happens in the province, from economics. He's very involved in U.S. contracting. He has deep involvement in security there. He has connections to certain private security companies. He's even involved in reconciliation efforts with the Taliban. So he more or less is sort of the president's man in Kandahar province.
So what exactly do these cables allege about him?
Well, the cables actually say nothing new. We've known for over a year that Ahmed Wali Karzai is deeply involved in corruption at various levels. The cables reveal connections to private security companies, but these have been known since the spring. They reveal that he's often involved in corruption in international contracting projects, but this also has been known for a long time. Allegations about his involvement in the drug trade have been rampant since 2006. So really the cables don't give us anything particularly new. They just confirm incidents of corruption that have been known for a long time.
Well, we know at least one cable highlights the difficulties that the U.S. faces with tackling or dealing with the Karzai family. So how much of an effort has there been to control Ahmed Wali Karzai by the U.S.?
Right. Well, this has been a really hot issue for the U.S. and for the NATO mission in Afghanistan. As the cables show, the U.S. started looking into the incident in depth about a year ago in December 2009, asking hard questions about what they would do about Ahmed Wali Karzai. Ultimately, they decided that you couldn't really remove him from Kandahar province because the backing of his brother, the president, was just too strong. But the U.S. has gone about trying to marginalize Ahmed Wali Karzai with the idea that you don't necessarily have to take him out of Kandahar. If you can weaken him enough and marginalize him from Kandahar politics, that could be sufficient to lessen his involvement in corruption.
At a recent NATO summit, Canada's Prime Minister Stephen Harper told the Afghan President Hamid Karzai that he must reduce corruption. Do you think that the international community is putting enough pressure on the Afghanistan government to fight corruption, given this relationship that you're mentioning between the two brothers?
Well, it's a tricky thing because President Karzai is very skilled at pushing back. Whenever the U.S. or its international partners push Afghanistan on corruption, President Karzai comes back with a lot of somewhat outlandish allegations against the international community. And he's very good at this, very good at pushing back. So the U.S. and its partners have had some trouble so far making a lot of headway on the corruption issue and have been reluctant to push too hard, fearing that if they do, it could provoke a great backlash from President Karzai.
Is Ahmed Karzai, the individual, a barrier to success in Afghanistan?
Right now, he is. He enables a culture of impunity for a lot of Kandahar's most problematic criminal elements. In essence, he's helped protect many of these sort of criminal mafias that operate in Kandahar city. This is a challenge, but it's not insurmountable. Even if Ahmed Wali Karzai stays in Kandahar, the fact is that his power relies on international support. And so it's actually fairly simple for the coalition to weaken him if we simply decide to withdraw our support for him, if we make it clear that we're not going to back him. So it's a problem, but it's a problem that can be solved.
Okay. Carl Forsberg, thank you for your insight.
Thank you.
It's Carl Forsberg in Washington.